Hey, oh, hey, sisters and brothers, nieces and nephews. This is really for the young. And I think I'm just going to start really addressing my nieces and nephews. Your Annie is a semi retired HR professional, and I do some consulting. So I want to drop something on you. If you are in a work environment and you have a supervisor or a boss that you think that you are smarter than, that you don't like the way they do the job, that you could do a better job than them, all that may be true. But they have the position and you don't. Okay? They have the position and you don't. It is in your best interest if you have some ideas that could support them, because really, believe it or not, that is your job, to support them, to make them look good. If you have some suggestions, the best thing you could do is to provide those suggestions and recommendations to your supervisor and document or keep a mental note or a written note that you've tried to help in that way, because that could go on your evaluation. That's the best thing you could do, because just because you don't like the way they do something, just because you don't like the way they manage, maybe what they're doing is not as efficient. If they're not violating office policies, safety, or laws, they can do it that way. Okay? And if you think by complaining and starting off the scuttlebutt is going to work to your benefit, you will lose every time. Now, am I saying you subject yourself to being disrespected and all that? No. But micromanaging, even though you may not like it, it's not against the law. The best thing you could do, again, is to have open communication, be receptive to their feedback, whether you agree with it or not. Why? Because your reward is your paycheck. Even if they want you to sit there and color for 8 hours, however many hours, and you think that you should be able to color outside the lines and they tell you to color inside the lines, if it's not against office policy and it's not a safety hazard and it's not against the law, you color the way they tell you to color. Until you are in the position to make the decisions that affect somebody else. Another thing, if you have an ought with your supervisor and you go to HR before giving your supervisor the first opportunity to to try to rectify the problem, it's not going to work well for you, because the HR is not for you. It's for the organization. Now, I will tell you, depending on the organization itself, HR, if there's a supervisor that is violating policy, that is discriminating, harassing, all those things that can be substantiated, then you got something. But it's not because I feel, it's none of that. It's none of that. And I'm telling you this because, again, I consult and I see a lot of this where particularly young people, they think they're going to run to HR and tell on their supervisor. And the thing that HR is going to refer you back to first is to have a conversation with the supervisor that you can show that you've done your due diligence to try to rectify whatever the problem is. Because the only thing you've done for yourself is put a target on your back. Okay? And if you do that, I would hope that you would either be looking for something else to do. Some people may call it brown nosing. Some people may call whatever. Your reward is your paycheck. And let me tell you something. If you require that paycheck to live daily, do what you need to do, like it or not. Okay? Again, it makes no difference. If you think you can do the job better than them, maybe you can. But they have it, you don't. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.